Notice how the big
A
hill
portion of the
factor comes
observation
into
period
play
was
here.
yes.
Hills, curves, and
Okay.
traffic
So
density can
this is a
significantly affect what's
big
considered
hill.
safe following
And so
distance.
they're
Imagine
both going
driving up a
up the
steep
hill at
hill
that
and then
point. Is that
coming
correct?
down. Judges and juries will consider this context carefully.
They had gone
What do you
up the
think?
hill and I
Does
had
the
stopped
hill
them
make the
after
alleged
descending down.
tailgating worse or more understandable?
A portion of the observation period was yes.
Okay. So this is a big hill. And so they're both going up the hill at that point. Is that correct?
They had gone up the hill and I had stopped them after descending down.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Anything else, Judge? I'm sorry.
No, I don't know if you've been there, but
Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with.
at any rate, it's on the big hill, and apparently they were headed uphill, and then he stopped them as they headed down.
If I played the video of you turning around, well, is your video activated? It's not running all the time, right, Deputy?
It's running, but it only pre-records a certain time frame before it's activated.
Okay, because it was shared with me, the video, but it wasn't shared of, I guess, where you felt that the car lengths were too close, but I got a video that shows you stopping the vehicle. I don't know if it would help the court making a decision, if the people don't object. I mean, I'll play the video.
Well, I was hopeful they would play it.
I'm kind of a little surprised, but they can present their case any way they want.
Yes. Yeah, you can present the video to the officer. We have a way to do it.
I'm not technical. I mean, I could sit this up there and you can look at it.
Well, we have a way to play it on the big screen, although I'm not sure any of us are technically adept enough to plug it in.
And just so I'm making a record here, Your Honor, the video that I have that was shared with me just reflects the stop. I don't think it actually reflects what the deputy testified to what he witnessed when he was coming the other way. So I don't want you to go through all this laborious effort.
All right, so it doesn't show the actual.
It shows him doing a U-turn and coming up behind the two vehicles, my client being the closer one to him. It doesn't show what what Deputy
Raymond.
James testified to what he witnessed when he was coming the other way. That's why I asked him about if his camera was activated at that time. If there is footage of that, it wasn't shared with me.
What are we seeing here, officer?
So I believe at this time I had already turned around. I was traveling northbound.
Okay.
Like he said, you can't see in the video the time that they initially passed me due to the latency in the activation of my recording.
So you're going down the hill at this point. Is it alleged that she's following too closely at this point?
Yes.
Yes?
Traffic stop. Civil infraction or traffic violation. US 131/Leeson Phineas Township.
So this, you can't, I don't believe you can hear anything. The body work camera, this is just a stop, Judge and Madam Prosecutor. If you want to hear the body wear camera about the car length thing. So this is the stop. This is the video of the body
camera. 7526 traffic stop. Indian, I remember it was White George X-ray 233 BGX 233. Hello, how we doing? Wonderful. Do you have your license registration? Part of the traffic. The reason I stopped you, you and the
Here's the
vehicle in front of you, you guys were both going about the speed
deputy
limit. You were
explains the
right on his tail,
length
so
per
you
10
gotta have a
miles
little
per
bit of
hour
space off the road.
but notes it's more of a guideline than a hard number. This is exactly where disputes happen. It's subjective
One
and
car length
depends
for
on
every 10 miles
traffic,
an hour.
road, and
So
weather.
you really should have
Think
been 5 or
about it.
6 car lengths
Have you
back
ever
behind
followed
us, I
someone too
believe.
closely without
You
realizing
got
it?
interest in
Watching
vehicle?
a human element in action?
Okay.
You and the vehicle in front of you, you guys were both going about the speed limit. You were right on his tail, so you gotta have a little bit of space off the road. Okay. Rule of thumb, there's not really any number on it specifically. The courts have found that about one car length for every 10 miles an hour. So you really should have been 5 or 6 car lengths back behind us, I believe. So, okay. You got interest in vehicle?
Okay. Thank you for indulging me, Judge.
Thank you. That certainly didn't translate very well to live stream, but they could hear it and I could see the video. I didn't see what was going on the way up the hill, but I could see what was going on the way down the hill. All right. Any further questions for this officer?
No, thank you though. Thank you, Deputy. Appreciate it.
Ms. Stoll, do you have any further questions for the officer? Do you have any questions for the officer?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. You can step down. Any further witnesses?
No.
All right. Mr. Spinolio, do you wish to call the defendant?
Judge, if you're prepared to make a decision, and being mindful of the court's docket, if you're prepared, I'll waive presenting my client. I mean, the video speaks for itself. I think that
It does.
what the deputy said,
Thank you. I'm disappointed in that the prosecutor didn't play the video. Have you even viewed it? Have you seen it before?
I saw it, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I would have liked to have seen it as part of the prosecution case because she's right on his tail. The video sunk your boat. You're doing pretty good because they hadn't even looked at the ticket or know what kind of vehicle it was, and his testimony was unclear, and it wasn't clear where it was. It's on the biggest hill in St. Joseph County. But you were right on his tail. I don't know where you were going up the hill, but going down the hill right up until the stop, you were right on his bumper. And it's not a place to pass. Passing is prohibited there for quite some time, going up the hill and down the hill. What the statute actually says, the officer says, the rule of thumb is you should give 1 car length for every 10 miles an hour. That is a quote unquote rule of thumb. We've heard it on television commercials and other thing. It isn't in the statute anywhere. What the statute says, the officer quoted it pretty well. The driver of a vehicle shall not follow another vehicle more closely than is reasonable and prudent, having due regard for the speed of the vehicles and the traffic upon and the condition of the highway. So this is a 2-lane highway. It's a state highway with a center line on a large hill, and passing is prohibited going up the hill and down the hill. The speed limit there is 55. He testified that he thought the first car, which he couldn't remember what it was, if he looked at the video, maybe he could have discerned it, was going 60. The ticket says she was following lead vehicle, 1 car length, going 57 miles per hour. This is a civil infraction. You can't go to jail for a civil infraction. And you don't have the right to proof beyond a reasonable doubt. You have a right to proof beyond a preponderance of the evidence. which is a much easier standard for the prosecutor to meet. It means just barely more than the other side. So I was trying to figure this out, but as soon as I saw the video, in my impression, you were too close behind that truck. So I find that you're responsible for following too closely. And I'm gonna fine you $120. You can pay that today, or I'll give you 30 days to pay it if you need it. Or do you want to pay it today, or you want me to give you an envelope to pay it? All right. We don't have enough trials for young officers to learn that they're going to be subjected to cross-examination. And when a competent attorney comes in and asks questions and makes appropriate objections, it's a lot harder than some layperson trying to do the best they can. So the point being, when you come to court, you should review your police report, you should review the ticket, you should review the video. The video should have been presented, but I'm not doing your case. The defendant actually provided it, which gave the court proof beyond a preponderance that she violated the statute, but you can't sleepwalk through these. This defendant came prepared, but I did find a violation. So you can go out to the counter, pay the $120. This will go on your Michigan and eventually Indiana driving record. It's not exactly the crime of the century, but you were too close to the car ahead of you, in my view, after watching the video. All right, we'll be in recess.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.